right, well, thanks for tuning in to part 2 of this series. So in today's video, what I'm going to show you is information that you should know before you go to the dealership and trade your vehicle in. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my 2016 Chevy Traverse. It's got 149,000 miles on it. We're going to do a quick walk around with it. I'm going to point out damage areas on it. The next thing we're going to do is we're going to put that information in. We're going to do CarMax offer. I'll do a Carvana offer with you, and then we'll go ahead and put it in KBB and maybe even JD Power and take a look at a few different values. Now keep in mind, before you go to the dealership to trade in a car that you own, these are things you want to do. You want an idea of what that car's worth on the market. So if you do 2 or 3 sources, say you get a Carvana offer or a CarMax offer, and you put it in KBB and you take an average of 3, that should give you a pretty good idea of what that vehicle's worth. When we get into the KBB, we're going to talk about condition. So I'm going to go through that really in depth. That way you get a good idea of how condition affects a vehicle. We'll look at a trade-in value, we'll look at a private party value, and then we'll look at what KBB would consider a retail value on that vehicle. So let me go ahead and stop right here. Again, if you didn't see the first video, it's going to be probably a series of 3. So if you didn't see the first one, I'm going to link it in the end of this one so you can go back and watch that first one. So we're going to go ahead and do the walk around. I'm going to go ahead and show you that part of it next. We'll take a look at the Traverse. We'll look at condition. We'll go ahead and talk about a few things as we walk around it. Okay, so here it is. This is going to be my 2016 Chevy Traverse. So I don't think I've ever had this car on the channel at all, and I think I've talked about it a little bit. We've owned this thing, I think this February will be going on 3 years. And yes, I've spent money on it. Just like everybody else that buys these damn things, I have spent money on it. I've recently done a few things to it. I can kind of talk about that when we get into the condition. But overall, this thing's not in bad shape. We're just going to walk around it real quick. So here's what I can tell you. Brakes and rotors, front and back, have less than 10,000 miles on them. All the way around, all 4 tires, less than 10,000 miles. This is actually going to be the vehicle that my daughter, when she gets her license in the middle of January, this is what she's going to be driving back and forth to school. She can have about a 20-minute drive one way, and she's going to be driving this one. Overall, I mean, body-wise, it's not in bad shape. The kid did a little boo-boo in the front, so I'll show you. This is actually going to end up being a how-to video. Let me find it. So right here, you can see you got a bumper crack, so you know that's going to be damage. So this is what I like to keep in mind, and this is what you need to keep in mind when you're doing the condition report on your vehicle. If you find something like that and you're not willing to buy that car like that, if you're not willing to buy it like that, then you know the dealer's going to have to fix it before they sell it. So keep this in mind. I'll show you just so, like I said, matching 4 tires. You can see how, like I said, the tires have next to no miles on it. The dealership, I've worked for my current dealership for about 2 years. After I drove this for about the first month, and then they gave me a company car. I mean, I've got a couple little spots like right here that, you know, it's like that's normal wear. That's normal wear for a vehicle this old. You know, I expect to find a couple dents and a couple scratches, but overall, body-wise, this thing's in not bad shape. It was in great shape up until the kid bumped into a hitch with the front. You know, you got just your normal, you know, like this stuff. This is what I would consider normal wear for a vehicle this old. So you're gonna get on the other side. Like I said, body-wise, not in bad shape. You know, you're going to have to refinish the bumper. Like I said, we're going to look at, I don't know what happened here, but, you know, all stuff, you know, I probably really need to cut and buff this thing pretty good. But, you know, nothing, no major, what I would call major body damage. You got, like I said, you can look at the rotors. I mean, all this is, I did the fronts and backs probably within 4 months of each other. Should have done them all at the same time, but I didn't. The only other thing that's kind of funky on this, and I'm going to address this for the kid, is this one headlight is really funky. This is like a 2-owner, no accident. It started out as a rental car. It was traded in Ford dealership here in town. I actually bought it up there. That headlight's brand new. So I could probably bring that one back. And it's actually started to get worse from when I bought it. So we'll hop on the inside. Like I said, inside of this thing is not in bad shape. So 149,000 miles. I've got the front WeatherTechs. My wife hates them, but I love them. I mean, the seats are, they're not ripped up. They could use shampooed. I mean, you've got that little spot on the dash. It's got a couple little cuts on the dash. Again, it's not a brand new car. You've got a little piece of trim that's cracked there. 149,000 miles, no check engine light. All my TPMS sensors are on. Funny story, I took it when I got the new tires. I had one that was bad. Instead of them replacing my bad TPMS sensor, they just disabled all of them, which is absolutely insane. I'm in southern Indiana, so if you want, so you got a service tire monitor. I need to put some damn washer fluid in it. 149,008 on the miles. Let me turn a little bit of air on. Turn this down. I haven't driven this thing a long time. I took it today and cleaned it up a little bit for this video. But it's got the Bose stereo. It's got backup camera, dual zone climate, heated seats, power lift gate. So you got good equipment. I mean, condition wise, I mean, the headliner's not ripped up. It does have second row buckets, which is nice. I've got the third row of seats folded down, but as you can see, I really, next time I go to the junkyard, I need to pull a knob. I really need to start making a list of parts I need for these cars and just make sure that I'm pulling them. Maybe get her the WeatherTech. But second row seats are in good shape. It's got a third row. You fold this down. I haven't had third row seats up in this thing in a long time, but I mean, third row seats in good shape. Everything works. Like I said, I've got, no, I take that back. Take that back. I do have to replace this master power window switch. Need to pick another one up. As you can see, as I hit it, well, it kind of catches now, but like the whole day I was using it. So maybe I need to just spray a little electronics cleaner down there, little contact cleaner down in there with my little nozzle. I mean, it's working now. I probably should have filmed it, but I didn't bring my GoPro. I did reattach this piece today, and these always detach up here in the front for some reason. I don't know why. This is like the shittiest design I ever seen Chevy come up with for something. All right, so we're gonna hop around the other thing. Like I said, there's really nothing on this car that, you know, a good detail. I think 3 of these 4 TPMS sensors are good. Like I said, you got second row buckets, you've got USB ports. Actually, down there's where your battery is. I just put a brand new battery in it too. I forgot to tell you that. Battery's less than 6 months old. I've got 2 sets of keys for it. Like I said, let me pop. Get you around into that third row, and you come back here and wipe a little bit. Like I said, we ain't had these rear seats up in a long time, but things in pretty good shape. We just hate it. My daughter's gonna drive it because, and that just locks back down. My daughter's gonna drive this because my wife's got the Town and Country. I'm gonna do an update video on it pretty soon, probably this week. Lucas has the Subaru. I just did a video on it the other day. Like I said, this thing's in pretty good shape. I mean, it's not beat up and tore up. So, you know, you're gonna figure, if I was gonna put this on the lot to sell it, I probably wouldn't fix the bumper at first, because I would sell it at a discount if somebody wanted to deal with that, or I'd just work in a deal to fix it if somebody wanted it fixed. I'd probably just, as old as this is, like if I put this in Carvana or CarMax, we're going to put that in as damage because it is, and I'll probably fix it. And it's going to need some TPMS sensors. But other than that, man, this thing runs good. It blows ice cold air. Like I said, everything works in it. We might do a video, I think. One thing my daughter complains about this a lot is the headlights being dim. So I think I'm going to put a set of Silver Star brights and dims in this thing for her eventually. We'll do a little how-to video with that. There's a little bit of a hack to get in. You don't have to take the front end off of this. You can go in through the fender well. It makes it a whole lot easier. I put cheap headlights in this when I replaced them because I was the one driving it and I didn't care, and I see good at night. Like I said, I just rolled 149 today. I drove this up to Jasper and cleaned it, drove it up to the dealership and cleaned it up at 149.008 on the miles. So I'm going to stop here. The next thing we'll do is we'll take a look at KBB. We'll see where KBB is on it. And then we'll look at Carvana. First off is going to be Kelley Blue Book. So what I'm going to show you here is very simple. I'm going to use my actual VIN number. Okay, I'm going to hit go. I'm using my keyboard. They found it, so I'm going to put my mileage in at, what did we say, 149? Keep in mind it's being driven, so I'm going to put in my zip code. Let's hit next. We're going to scroll through. Interior does have DVD. I do have 7 passenger with 4 buckets. I don't have dual power seats. Exterior, got all that. I do have the towing package on the back. I don't have the dual, I wish I had the dual moonroofs. Packages. Nope. Nope. Black. And let's get a trade-in value. So you're going to hit next. Now here's going to be the most important thing. Have wear damage. Let's talk about this. I'm going to zoom in on this one right here especially. Right here. So you're going to see, let me scoot you guys in just a little bit. All right. So you've got excellent. This is 2% of cars. So I'm going to tell you right now, if you don't have a show quality vehicle that's never seen an ounce of rain or snow, and you could take it, this is concourse quality show cars. You're talking SEMA. This is not your car. I've seen one of these in 20 some years. So you're going to go to very good. Has minor cosmetic defects and is in good mechanical condition. Has repairable, you're going to go to has repairable cosmetic defects and mechanical problems. That's going to be 50%. So here's what you have to figure out. Minor cosmetics, so like on mine, is in good mechanical condition, has minor cosmetics. It needs a bumper repair and some TPMS sensors. So I'm going to say very good, but I'm really going to use good. Fair requires some mechanical repair. So where you get an overinflated value on KBB is going to be right here. You really have to be honest with what your vehicle is. So this excellent, like I said, this is a Barrett Jackson car. Very good. You've got good maintenance records that are, you can verify with Carfax or receipts. It's basically going to have what you would consider normal wear and tear. Good. If it's got repairable cosmetic defects and mechanical problems. So, if you've got check engine lights on, I wouldn't say TPMS sensors would fall under that, but your check engine lights, your, transmission stuff, check StabiliTrak, would fall into this. if your car is just rough as a night in jail, it's going to fall in this category. So let's just say, let's just call my car in good condition. Okay, so I do a little restart on my iPad. As you can see, I'm going to say it's in good condition. It's going to be about 50% of vehicles. So you're going to go here. I don't ever have it send it to my email. As you can see right there, you're looking at a range between 3,100 and 5,584, with a private party value between 5,300 and 9 grand, average of about 7,100. So I like to use the average on trade and everything. So when you look at trade-in, let me show you. Let it load. So trade-in, 4,385. So if you go to very good, I want you to see how this trade-in value changes. So very good condition, you go up about 700 bucks. So, but if you go private party, here's your difference. 5,878 to 10,113. Now keep in mind, if I sell this private party, I can tell them when I put the tires on it, when I put all the brakes on it, the new power steering pump I put on it, the new battery I put in it. I can tell them everything I did, and I would probably get a little closer to this figure. So in part 3 of this video, we're going to talk about when it makes sense to trade this vehicle in versus keeping it and either selling it yourself or doing something else with it, which we'll discuss in part 3. But that should give you a pretty good idea. And I think I was about 98, 70 something. So that gives you an idea what KBB is. Give me just a second and I'm going to try to get Carvana loaded, and we'll take a look at it as well. All right, so you go to Carvana.com. We're going to get instant offer. Let me get the VIN number typed in. Okay. And then this is going to have a little bit of a questionnaire for me. So we're and it is black. It is all-wheel drive. I put the zip code in. Okay, it is all-wheel drive. Sell neither. Next. Seven passenger buckets, towing. It has never been in an accident. It is drivable. That's it. No engine issues. We're going to hit it here with dents or scrapes. No interior damage. Does have backup cameras, safety sensors, interior display, sound system. No windshield damage. No moonroof. 4 tires replaced. No modifications. Not smoked in. I do have 2 sets of keys. I'm going to say it's just okay. Normal wear, no major mechanical issues or damage. Enter my email. We'll just do my iCloud. We hit submit. So it creates an offer. I mean, there's not much to it. This is the first time I've done this as well. So, Carvana says they'll give you $1,300 for it. As you can see, That's where KBB hits it. This is not a car that Carvana likes. I just wanted to do this to show you how to go through the offer process, but this is not a car that Carvana would like. CarMax, it's going to be a similar number, so this is going to give you an idea of what to expect on trade. Okay, so that's pretty much going to wrap it up for this video. So looking at the numbers, you can see the Carvana offer was really low. There's no need doing a CarMax offer. It's going to be very similar. So the difference in between very good and good, I mean, there's some swing there. So you should expect on trade, I would say somewhere between, I should expect between $4,300 and $5,000, I think is a fair number. Retail, if I go to sell it myself, between, probably 98, it says 9,800 and 10 grand. So in the next video, what we're going to talk about is, given this information that we're looking at, when is it a good idea for you to just keep the vehicle you have if it's paid for versus go ahead and trading it in? So we're going to look at a few examples in the next video. Stay tuned.